So object-oriented programming, I'm taking break here because next chapters of object-oriented programming, you have to deal with JVM architecture. So I'm taking JVM architecture. First, I will complete JVM architecture. With that knowledge, we'll understand next chapters. Okay. What are the points we need to learn in this chapter? Okay, we need to learn what is JVM, why JVM, why virtual machine, what is virtual machine, why virtual machine, types of virtual machines and JVMs, types of JVMs, how to start JVM, how to start multiple JVMs, need of starting multiple JVMs at a time. Okay. What will happen when we run Java command? 5 phases to develop, compile and execute a Java program. What are the different members we can create in a class? JVM architecture block diagram, JVM components. There are 4 components in JVM: runtime data areas, class loader subsystem, execution engine, and JNI. Knowing about all these parts and then different programs to understand JVM architecture practically. So totally these are the 14 points we need to learn as part of JVM, so JVM architecture. Okay, first I want you to answer in this chapter, are you learning how to create JVM or are you learning how does JVM executes our class? Which point you are going to learn? Are you learning how JVM executes? How to create JVM? No, we are not going to learn how to create JVM. We are learning how the JVM executes our class. In previous chapters, we learn how to create variable, how to use variable, how to create data type, how to use data type, right? So how to use method, how to create method. Everything we learn, how to create a class, how to use class. Every point we discussed in the previous chapter. But in this chapter, you are not going to learn what you call how to create JVM. We are learning only how does JVM executes our class. Okay, fine. Tell me, can we learn Java without JVM architecture knowledge? Can we master Java without JVM architecture knowledge? Yes. Okay, we can learn Java without JVM architecture knowledge. Okay, then why do we need JVM architecture knowledge now? What is the difference between learning Java with JVM architecture, without JVM architecture knowledge? So simple point I can say, okay, you have body, don't have eyes, you cannot see, right? Okay, you are going midnight but there is no light, you cannot walk. So just body is a core Java. To this body, eyes is nothing but JVM. If you want to get a visualization, again repeating, if you want a visualization, how the program is executing, where is the error, easily if you want to find the output of the program, easily you want to improve the performance of the application, if you want to feel Java is very easy, then you have to learn JVM architecture. Okay, so many of your senior students who are who attended offline classes, they have told me so many happy moments. When their when their roommates who are not my student, they're not understanding programs, now my student is going and explaining to him clearly, then they get surprised, other student get surprised, I am also learning Java, you also learning Java, now I am unable to understand the flow of execution of this program, how could you understand? Okay, the simple answer students used to give to them is, okay, uh, what do you call, we are HK products. Okay, a proud moment for them is we are HK products. Okay, so we want we learn Java with JVM architecture, so any program we can visualize how it is executing, we can find output. Is it clear? So if you also want that confidence, you should learn Java with JVM architecture along with me. Are you interested to learn? This chapter is not mandatory, this chapter is optional. It takes 2 to 3 days, maximum 3 days it will take to complete. If you can spend 6 hours, I can complete it. If you feel that I'm wasting time, I'll skip it. Yeah. I want to tell you something now. How people are creating problems, how worst people are there in the batches. Okay. Hmm. So people are created a post and shared in the group, WhatsApp group. Today, no class of Natras sir. Natras sir and admin has a lot of fight. So Natras sir is leaving Naresh IT. Okay. So that is the poster created and then sharing in the groups. This is how the most idiots are there. Hmm? Stupid people are there in the market. And by falling their trap, other students are there, dirty idiots. Okay. Yeah. And next, there is a problem from your batch also. Okay. I will show you. This is your batch student as a Sunday mail. To the admin yesterday. Okay. Read. Are you there? Read this message. After we join HKSR class, every class cancel. Every class cancel. Everybody. Every class is cancelled. Even 2 hours class didn't take properly. Two hours class, I told you later, because of two batches merged. Because of two batches merged, and you told that you asked me some time for 9:30. Later you asked, you only told that you can come from 9 o'clock after 20-25 days. So according to your request, I started taking class from 9:30 to, because I need to go to offline class at 11 o'clock, I'm stopping by 10:40. And I told you I'll compensate the time by taking classes on Sundays, right? Okay, his name is Rathi. Okay, phone number is this. Okay, email ID is this. Okay, I replied to admin. Please tell him this batch timing is 1 hour 20 minutes, and please ask him how many times classes cancelled. Every class is cancelling last 2 to 3 months. How he is coming to the classes? How we reach this much distance? I don't understand. And next, am I wasting your time? I given you the projects which you need to learn. I given two links to Saturday, Sunday, 4 hours of the discussion I given. Instead of following what I am trying to tell, always useless idiots are coming to the classes to disturb the faculties, to disturb the institute. Okay, this is only the target of the people. Right. Let's start understanding this chapter. What is JVM? Why JVM? What is VM? Why VM? Types of VMs and JVMs. How to start JVM? How to start multiple JVMs. Right. And I am requesting you all, anywhere people created WhatsApp groups, anywhere, any student sharing WhatsApp groups to you, immediately share that group link to me also. Okay, I must present in every group. Otherwise, I cannot control these dirty idiots who are coming from other institutes and disturbing you. Are you catching my point? Because I am there in that group, whatever the nonsense he is creating, now I am able to control. He's left the group. People don't know that I am there. I'll be there in every group. Okay. So it is your responsibility to protect your Naresh IT and Naresh IT faculties who are servicing you the better knowledge at less cost, right? Always all institutes target is only getting the students from Naresh IT. We are working very hard and giving the best services to the students. All students are coming to Naresh IT throughout the world. From here, people are trying to grab the students. Okay, so if you are not place me in every WhatsApp group who are creating, okay, I cannot control. I mean, the class, the student don't know, right, who created that group. He don't know what the problems will come because he's just a student. His target is helping the people, but the people are misusing that opportunity, right? Is it clear? So what you need to do, it is your responsibility. It is your responsibility. Wherever you find WhatsApp groups created for Naresh IT students, you must add me there, or you send that link to me. I will join and I will monitor what is going. Apart from subject, any nonsense shit is going on, I'll take care of them. Okay. Useless fellows. So it is the, I told you, right, Naresh IT is not expecting, huge profits from you. We are just maintenance cost. We are just collecting from you. Minimum survival only we are charging from the beginning. Naresh IT target is always providing services to you. Okay, keep that in your mind. And then uh, you have to help Naresh IT wherever you are facing the problem, wherever Naresh IT brand is trying to remove, I mean, trying to destroy. You have to be alert. You should immediately let me know. My number is there. Admins are very busy with their work. I am very concerned about Naresh IT students, because Naresh IT students is my career. Are you catching my point? So it is your responsibility. Wherever WhatsApp groups or Telegram groups are created, you must add me in that group. Just share that link to me. I will take care of that idiots. Okay, now let's start. Tell me, what is JVM? What is JVM? All people know JVM is a Java platform in which Java program is loaded and executed. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. It is a Java platform. It is responsible for executing Java bytecode by converting them into current operating system machine language. Am I right? JVM is a Java platform. It is responsible for executing Java bytecode by converting them into current operating system machine language. Already know this. Then why JVM? Why it required to convert the bytecode into current OS machine language? JVM is invented for achieving platform independency. That means I compile the program in one operating system. It must go on to execute in different operating systems. If you want to execute this bytecode in different operating systems, what we need? We need machine language of that operating system. Are you catching my point? Okay, but did you understand what is JVM, why JVM? Right? Now, moving to the next point. Okay, buddy. So now tell me, what is JVM, why JVM understood? Then tell me, how many types of JVMs we have? We have two types of JVMs are there. What are the two types of JVMs? Number one, client JVM. Number two, server JVM. Okay. Number one, client JVM. Number two, server JVM. So what is a client JVM? What is a server JVM? Before understanding, first let us understand what the meaning of hotspot. This is very important to understand. Hotspot is a technology that identifies some piece of code that is repeatedly executing. Okay, again I'm repeating. Hotspot is a technology. Hotspot is a technology that identifies some piece of code that is repeatedly executing inside JVM. Okay, so what is a hotspot? It is a technology and also a piece of code that repeatedly execute is called what? Hotspot. You know, there is some what do you call some focus required to be given is called what? Hotspot. You know, Wi-Fi hotspots we call. Okay, some focus required to be given there. So hotspot is nothing but a place where some part of the code is repeatedly executing. We need to give some focus. Is it clear? Then try to understand here. Hotspot is a technology and hotspot is a code that is repeatedly executed. Observe now, I am taking one method called M1 method, which contains some part of the statements. Now we call M1 method inside for loop. Now this M1 method lines of the code repeatedly executed. Na? So this is the repeated code. The code that is repeatedly executing is called what? Hotspot. Point number one. All you people clear? Is my point clear? Tell me now, there is a problem in this code. Come on, come on. There is a problem in this code. What is the problem? Okay, inside for loop, M1 method is called. Then control is coming to M1 method. To execute first line, interpreter converts this line to machine language executed. Go to second line, machine language generated, executed. Go to third line, machine language generated, executed. Go to fourth line, machine language generated and executed. Then when a control is coming out of this M1 method, whatever the machine language generated, everything is destroyed. Then control come back to for loop. In for loop, M1 method called again. Again control come to M1 method. Inside M1 method, now again first line executed, machine language generated. Second line executed, machine language generated. Third line executed, machine language generated. Fourth line executed, machine language generated. Then control is coming out of this M1 method. So tell me, like this repeatedly this M1 method is keep on running. Machine language generated, right? Machine language generated, coming out, executed. Machine language generated, destroyed, coming out, executed. So tell me, if I M1 method executed 1,000 times, same machine language generated repeatedly, is it a time-taking process? Is it a time-taking process? What do you suggestion? 1,000 times it is running, same byte, same machine language should generate. Will you suggest one thing? Generate machine language for all these lines one time and buffer it. When interpreter coming to M1 method to execute, supply that machine language so that execution will be faster. That is the technique of hotspot. Hotspot will find the hotspots, generate machine language one time, and asking interpreter directly execute that machine language repeatedly, so that now the project execution will be fast. So this machine language generate one time, buffering and supplying to interpreter. This technique is implemented by using a concept called JIT compiler. What the concept? JIT compiler. What the meaning of JIT? JIT stands for just in time compiler. Okay, JIT stands for just in time compiler. Just that time byte code converted to machine language at execution time. Just at execution time, machine language generated for particular method. Tell me why the name is compiler. Compiler can generate a machine language for machine language for a set of lines of code at a time. Interpreter cannot do that. Compiler can do that. That's why it's named as what? Compiler. And why it is named as the just-in-time compiler? Because it is just executing at runtime. That's why it is called just-in-time compiler. So what the difference between Java C compiler and just-in-time compiler? Java C compiler convert the complete source code into byte code, right? Just-in-time Java C compiler will convert complete source code into byte code. Okay, edition.java file, complete code converted into byte code and stored. Just-in-time compiler, what is doing? It is just taking piece of the byte code and converting into machine language at a time. That is the difference. Java C compiler working in compilation phase. Just-in-time compiler working in what you call execution phase. Hope everyone understand. Buffering means storing temporarily. You know, your browser video buffering, na YouTube video buffering. Buffering means what? Storing temporarily in the memory is called buffer. If your network is slow, you will get a message, video buffering. Means video is downloading from the YouTube server, storing in your browser memory. So what is the hotspot? I hope all you understand. Then client JVM, server JVM. What is the meaning of client JVM? What is the meaning of server JVM? Simple. JVM is a JVM. JVM that is meant for executing standalone applications is called client JVM. A JVM that is meant for executing server code is called what? Server code is called what? Server side JVM. Is it clear? Client JVM, server JVM, two JVMs are there. Client JVM is the JVM that executes standalone applications. Server JVM is meant for running server side programs. Just read these points, you will understand. But is clear? Client JVM is the default JVM. Whenever you run Java command, okay? Now, example class is executed by using client JVM features. Just features different, okay? Client JVM features doesn't have server capabilities. And now, if you want to execute JVM with server capabilities, some more server capabilities should be attached to it. So for that, you need to write what Java hyphen server example you should write. So if you use hyphen server option, now this example class executed with JVM. Okay, tell me, Tomcat server, you know, Tomcat in advance have servlets you are running by using Tomcat. Okay, so if you want to run Tomcat, Tomcat is a server software. If you run Tomcat, then you have to run with the client JVM or server JVM? Server JVM. So Tomcat programs are executed with the option what? Java hyphen server example. Okay, now everyone understand? Next, now client JVM is a default JVM, doesn't have server features. It's not default JVM. You have to run with hyphen server. It is not the default JVM. It is providing server capabilities only if you use hyphen server. So client JVM is responsible to execute standalone main method application, whereas server JVM responsible for executing server side application, also server softwares like Servlet and JSPs are executed by using server side JVM. Tell me, client JVM doesn't require any additional functionalities. So it's a booting is fast. Fast it will start. But the problem is execution is slow because there are no multi-threaded environment and all. So its execution is slow compared to server JVM. Then server JVM booting is slow because lot of features it should be connected. And then execution is fast because lot of features are there to run program fast. So tell me, as basic standalone applications we can run by using client JVM, and server side features are executed by using server JVM. In our regular programming, we never use server JVM features that is used by server software. Both client JVM, server JVM are part of JRE software, nothing but JDK. If you install JDK, both JVMs will come. Whenever you run JVM with hyphen server, then server features will be attached to the JVM. That's it. Otherwise, they are not be attached. It's like a plug box, okay? It's like a plug box. Now, if you plug to the socket, the power will be supplied to the plug box and plug box will work. Otherwise, it will not work. Basic switchboard will be working. The basic switchboard is a client JVM and a plug box to the switchboard is what? Server JVM. Like that you can imagine. Is it clear? Types of JVMs. What is JVM? Why JVM? How many types of JVMs we have? Then next tell me, I want to start JVM. How can we start JVM? By using Java command. Open command prompt, and then type Java example. Then tell me, how can I start JVM? By using Java command. Up to now, all you people are having a thought, having a feeling, whenever you run Java command, whenever we run Java command, what happened? JVM will execute our class. But how JVM will be executed? You know VLC media player? Do you know VLC media player? If you want to run any when you wanted to run any MP3 or MP4 files, what will you do? VLC media player you will start. Whenever you double click on this VLC media player, VLC.exe file, then tell me, this VLC media player window started na? Then here we can load the media and load the audio video drives and you can play. Now same way, like how VLC media player Windows started, JVM is also started, but you cannot see. Java is nothing but VLC. JVM is a CUI based software, not a GUI based software. VLC is a GUI based software, that's why you can see. JVM is a CUI based software, you cannot see it. Are you catching my point? So whenever in Java, JVM is created as a process inside command prompt, okay, and then the entire class bytecode is stored inside JVM. Are you catching my point? Loading bytecode, storing bytecode, and then executing that bytecode by converting into current operating system machine language, and it will produce output. Everybody got that? Yeah. So repeating once again, whenever you run Java command, first JVM is prepared as a process, and then now the class bytecode from the hard disk is loaded into JVM memory and executed. Same way, right? When you double click on VLC.exe, VLC media player is created, and then now the bytecode available in the the MP3 file or MP4 file content available in the hard disk is loaded into VLC media player and running and giving you audio video sounds to you, right? Same way, JVM, if you want to execute your .class file from the hard disk, the available bytecode must be read and stored inside JVM. Everybody got clarity? Yeah? How to start JVM by using Java command? Tell me, can I start multiple JVMs at a time? Can we create multiple JVMs at a time? Yes. Using single command prompt or multiple command prompts? Come on, using single command prompt or multiple command prompts? Can I run using single command prompt? I open command prompt Java example. Then tell me, here JVM is running. At a time, I want to run sample class. To run at a time sample class, I need another JVM. Na? Are you catching my point? I need another JVM. This JVM you cannot use. Same JVM you cannot use. I need another JVM. So how can we start multiple JVMs? In a single command prompt, I can start Java example. Then JVM started. After JVM execution completed and shut down, then only I can start another JVM. No, I want at a time to start two JVMs. Then two command prompts you required. Command prompt 1, command prompt 2. Two command prompts I required. Then in one command prompt you run Java example, another command prompt you run Java sample. Then your question, sir, why do I need two JVMs at a time to run? When you wanted to develop distributed applications, when you want to run distributed applications, you need two JVMs. Everybody got clarity? Yeah? When you wanted to run distributed applications, you need two JVMs. In one JVM, you are running client application. In another JVM, you are running server application. So first, you are running server JVM, okay? Java sample is a server, RMI, remote method invocation. If you want to develop distributed applications, you need RMI technology we need. Okay, we need RMI technology. So then Java sample, RMI server or servlet program when you are running in the server software. Then now in order to access this program running in this one JVM, I need another JVM client program to run. So if you want to develop distributed applications or applet servlet communication application, I need two JVMs at a time to run. Okay, there is a confusion in the market. People are misguiding you. You cannot run JDK of different versions at a time. Can you run JDK different versions at a time in your computer? Yes. In one command prompt set JDK 15. In another command prompt is set path to JDK 8. Both versions you can run at a time. Not required any special setup. Okay. So these are the basic idea you need to understand. How can you start multiple JVMs? Everybody comfortable? Everybody comfortable? Then once again I'm asking question. What happened when I run JVM? When I run Java command, JVM software is created as a process, and it is JVM reads the .class file bytecode and loading that bytecode inside JVM and running the bytecode and executes output. Okay, gives the output to us. So this is the basic idea about how JVM starts and what the JVM is doing. Right, now I wanted to go more details. Okay, I want to go more details. Observe this diagram. Observe this diagram. When I run Java example, what is happening background? Okay, this is our operating system. Outer circle is what? Operating system. This operating system is monitoring hard disk. Inside hard disk, we have .java file. Compiled after, we got .class file. Okay. Then, whenever you run Java example, what will happen? This example class .class file is available in the hard disk. From the hard disk, the code must be load. Okay. Sorry. When I run Java example, first JVM should be prepared, following by example class must be loaded. Then tell me, example dot first what happened when I run Java command first, JVM is prepared inside OS as a one process by occupying some memory from RAM. Come on, I hope you know a little bit about operating system. Any program you are running inside JVM, any program you are running inside JVM, any program you are running inside operating system, either Notepad or MS Office, PPT, Paint, anything, VLC, anything you run, what happened? Background, one process is created by occupying some memory from RAM. So JVM is also started as a process by occupying some memory from RAM. Then following by, now this JVM is responsible for executing .class file bytecode. Then to execute this class bytecode, JVM implicitly will follow 3 steps. Java program execution comes under 3 steps. What are the 3 steps? Loading, verifying, and interpreting. Loading, verifying, and interpreting. So these are the three steps will be come inside JVM software. Then try to answer. What is the meaning of loading? Loading is nothing but searching for the .class file, reading its bytecode, and storing inside JVM is called loading. The next, what is the meaning of verifying? The loaded bytecode is valid or not. There may be a chance of adding some malicious code, some virus may be injected, because always the code is Java supports internet application, so it may be downloaded from the internet. While downloading from the internet, it may be tampered, okay, maybe added some virus, so that virus code you cannot execute directly. So for that purpose, we have a verification phase. Java is a secure programming language. We have some verification phase. So .class file is loaded. After loading, it is verified. If the bytecode is valid, then it allows us to execute. That execution phase is called what? Interpreting. Why it is called interpreting? Because line by line executed, converted to machine language. Then the converted machine language is executed by JVM with the help of underlying operating system and produces output. So finally tell me, what happened when you run Java command inside the operating system? JVM is created as a one process by occupying some memory from the RAM. And then JVM will load the given class. JVM will find the .class file with the given class name and read its bytecode, load it into JVM memory in the RAM. And then now it will verify the bytecode valid or not. And then it will interpret, means it will convert the bytecode into machine language with the help of underlying operating system, executed, and will get output. This is the entire story going inside JVM. Then tomorrow I'll ask a question. Okay, what are the phases Java program executed? Java program executed in 3 phases. What are the 3 phases? Loading, verifying, and then interpreting. Now the question, who will load? JVM is a big process, big software. In this software, we have several components are there, individual components are there. Who will load the class into the JVM? Who will load the class bytecode into JVM? By using class loader. Okay, next, who will verify? Who will verify? Who will verify the bytecode? Bytecode is verified by using bytecode verifier. Okay, bytecode verifier. And next, who is interpreting? Interpreting done by a special program called what? Interpreter plus JIT compiler plus security manager. Everybody got clarity? Yeah? So these 3 people are there inside JVM to do these 3 works. JVM is just a kind of manager, okay? He just control, he is doing these works by using these 3 programs. So this is the very important story. Now tell me, if the class is not available, okay, you are asking Java example. The class example is not available in the JVM, I mean in the hard disk. Then can class loader load the class? No. It will throw an exception. No class def found error or class not found exception. Are you catching my point? No class def found error or class not found exception. Is it clear? The next, bytecode verifier is trying to verify the bytecode. If the bytecode found something malicious code is there, some virus or malicious code is there, then immediately bytecode verifier will throw class format error. What the exception name? Class format error or linkage error you will get. I will show you all these exceptions practically. The next, okay, bytecode found, loaded, found, verified correctly. Then now interpretation started. While interpretation, line by line program executing. In the process of line by line program execution, either due to wrong inputs, or due to wrong logic, some problems are coming. Those problems, interpreter will throw exception like arithmetic exception, number format exception, class cast exception, like this, different exceptions you will get. Okay, everyone understand? So finally, what are the important points you need to understand? JVM means not just JVM, it contains several components inside: class loader, bytecode verifier, interpreter, JIT compiler, security manager, like this lot of stories there. If you know all these stories and all these activities, background, whenever I am giving a new program to you, you can easily identify how the programs are executed. In a loading phase, what is happening? In a verifying phase, what is happening? In interpretation phase, what is happening? All details I'm going to explain you in detail with the program in coming 2 classes. All are catching my point? So tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we are going more in detail depth about this topics discussion. Okay? Right. So hope all the people are comfortable to start class by 9:15, right? Still any students are there who cannot start by 9:15? So tomorrow onwards, strictly I'll start the class by 9:15, okay? Now only 2 videos. Class start strictly by 9:15. Please join by 9:15. If you miss introduction, tomorrow if you miss introduction, you will face problem. Okay? Thank you all. Today I'm stopping session here and we'll continue tomorrow rest of the topics. Thank you. See you.